Everybody, welcome back. Today I have in store for you a very special unboxing. Yes, I brought back the blue gloves because of what's going to be in this box today. Now, any of you that are SKS aficionados, whatever you want to call it, aficionados, any of you guys that are familiar with Triangle 26 and many of his videos, you will know that some of the rarest of the SKSs are the North Korean, the North Vietnamese, as well as the East German. That's your unicorn level SKSs. Now, right below that, or above that, whatever you want to call it, would be your Albanian SKSs. Now, there's not very many Albanian SKSs in the world, and they look quite different as compared to any of the other SKSs, as you are about to see today. Additionally, those SKSs were manufactured from 1967, I believe, until either 1978 or 79. I'm not sure on the dates there. There was a brief pause in production from 1972 to 1974 where they did not, well, I guess it really wasn't brief, but from 1972 to 1974 they did not manufacture any SKSs. That's my understanding anyway. Also, down in the description below, I'll try to put links to where I got some of this information. And it was from 1967 until 1969 that you got more of the traditional style SKS stocks, more of the Chinese, Russian style, Romanian, the ones that were really nice. And then from 1970 onward, you ended up with the pretty much featureless, they call it, beechwood stocks that were more of an orange or red stain. So, without further ado, one more thing to tell you about. So Mokas, Raifus recently got these in. It was a mad dash to try to get any of them. As a matter of fact, at the time of this filming, they do still have some of them in stock in varying conditions from fair and good, and some of which you can still do a hand select on. I know they have, in particular, one 1967 left, some of the 1970 ones, I believe, as well as 78s for sure. Now, what's in this box today is a 1970. I also bought a 1967, which you'll see in an upcoming video. Once I unbox it, I've not unboxed it yet, but primarily because it hasn't arrived yet. But today we're going to look at the 1971. Now, I did do a hand select for numbers matching on this, and they ranged in prices from basically $979 all the way up to $1,299, depending on what you got. They also had some trench art models. Those sold out insanely fast, plus I didn't want one. So I opted for a 1970 and a 1967. Reason being, 1967 was your first year production, and 1970 was when they transitioned from the really nice stocks to the more featureless stocks. So, like I said, at the time of this filming, they still have some of those in stock. You can still get them, and I opted to get the ones that I could purchase with my CNR license. So, on top of that, if you guys reference their Facebook page, you'll notice that a lot of them, they got a lot in, heavily slathered in cosmoline, so hence the gloves. Like I said, you know, they still have some in stock, so if you guys are interested, you might want to go get you one. You don't see these very often. Everything I've been reading says there's less than 6,000 of these in the world. Kind of like a Egyptian Rashid, video link up here, that I got previously. There's very few of them, so that makes them highly sought after. So without further ado, let's open it up. Let's dive off into it. Let's see what a 1970 in good condition hand select looks like. Additionally, the hand select feature on Mokas Raifus' website is only for matching numbers. So I opted for a matching numbers 1970 in good condition. So let's check it out. Let's see what it looks like, and that way you guys can make an informed decision. It's going to be fun getting into this box because it is massive. As you can see here on this label, I don't know how well you guys can see that. It says it's got the number 04782-70, which is year of production, 8 matching, good condition. Really don't understand why it says page 25, but whatever. Oh, joyous day, and we have packing peanuts. Oh boy. Let's just throw them on the floor. I'm trying to get some of this off here. So what I'm looking at off camera here, guys, is just a just my invoice, actually, so, as well as a copy of their FFL. Of course, as always, they do have their business card. I guess I can show this to you guys real quick. You know, the typical swag that you get through Mokas. I can't show too much about this card. I may just have to blur that out since I flipped it over because it shows a website. But let's check this out. Let's see what this rifle looks like. I am very curious. I'm dumping packing peanuts all over my floor. This is an absolute mess. Oh boy. Here is, once I get these peanuts out of the way, here is our rifle. Now guys, I know I took a long time with the intro, but I wanted to kind of explain to you a little bit of the history. I by no means am any expert on this. I would defer to Misha or Triangle 26 in that regard. They know a lot more in firearms history than I do. I just know enough to be dangerous most of the time. And, you know, when I see something that's, you know, pretty rare, I'm going to jump on it. So they didn't have any in very good condition or anything much nicer than that, unfortunately. But you know, you can tell these are some kind of beat up. I mean, you know what? If you go out to the website, you'll see what good condition, what their grading system is. What's interesting and what I really want to take a look at first off the bat. Interesting. So. I don't know how well you guys will be able to see this. I may have to do a screenshot. It says SKS Gramesh, Albania 7.62 by 39mm, EPS Imports, Chandler, Arizona. I've never seen that importer. As you guys will notice right off the bat, this thing has a full-length upper handguard, which makes it very different from any other SKSs. Additionally, you guys will also notice right off the bat that this charging handle on the bolt carrier is also quite different, more reminiscent of an SKS style. Of course, you do have your hooded front sight. And on top of that, you will notice that this magazine is also quite different. It looks like they've cleaned up a decent amount of the cosmoline on this one. Like I said, I opted for numbers matching. And you see an 04782 there, 04782 here. There's also an 04782 here, 04782 here, and I bet you well, I can't hardly read the electro pencil on that rear sight, but I bet it's an 04782 as well. But looks quite nice. Now, one other strange feature about this is the dual trap doors. There's nothing in these trap doors, unfortunately, but that is something the Albanians did that was quite different from other manufacturers. Of course, the stock is 04782, and bear with me one moment. I need to get a screwdriver to take this off. Because I really want to see if my gas tube matches, as it should. You know, I would hope that they would have looked at that. I don't know if they actually, yep, there it is, 04782. You can still see the cosmoline kind of packed away in there. A very, very unique SKS. Very different from other ones that you'll see. Of course, the condition under the upper handguard there is still Cosmoline all slathered in there. I am not going to complain about that at all. So let me get this back on. Now that I'm making a mess, let's get this back on here. Oh man, I just messed up. I didn't retain my spring and my plunger. Now I get to fight with it. Bear with me. Let's try this again. Okay. Go ahead and latch that down. Let's take a look under the top. So I'm quite curious to see the rest of the condition here. Inside our cover looks fine. Here's our spring. Let's drop the magazine so we can get this bolt out. As I drop it on the table. Not really sure what's going on right here. Some kind of weird beeswax looking stuff. But you can see the machining marks here. I don't know how well you can see them. I can see them. It actually looks like a more well machined one. I know a lot of times, often these things were a little strange. It kind of hit or miss in terms of quality and machining. Of course, you can kind of see this bolt is gnarly. All kinds of junk on there. 04782. So huge plus there. It is indeed all numbers matching. I would expect it to be, especially getting that requested from Mokas. Oh, almost forgot. I haven't even looked at the bore. Let's check out the bore off camera. Absolutely phenomenal, guys. Check out picture in the top left. You'll see the bore. I have no complaints with this one. You know, yeah, the stock's going to look a little rough, but I mean, crap. You guys show me where you can find these anymore. Other than Mokas Raifus or Gunbroker. Good luck. I've never seen any actually in my lifetime. In terms of in any gun shops or anything of that nature. Now, one of the interesting things is that you also notice is the spike folding bayonet is actually shorter than other ConBlock countries, and it's not finished in white. And get it to close. It doesn't want to. Well, we got some issues here. I'm hitting on the cleaning rod. That is awful strange. I shouldn't be hitting on that cleaning rod. Well, let's pull the cleaning rod out. That shouldn't have been hitting on it, but it was. Might not be the right cleaning rod. But there it is. I think it looks quite nice for what it is, personally. I mean, you guys may think otherwise, but, you know, you don't see these every day. And it's just a cool one to add to the collection. I'm happy to add it to my collection, just simply for rarity reasons. There's definitely something going on with this cleaning rod. I don't know why that's the case. Maybe I just don't know what I'm doing, but it's rather odd because that cleaning rod was retained. Well, this is fun. Let's play with it off camera now. Yeah, there's something up with this cleaning rod. I don't know if it's just because it's not fitting well, because that should be recessed a little bit more, which should allow my bayonet to lock into place, and it's not. Of course, these did have chrome line barrels. The rifling looks excellent in this one, like I said. And it's just a really cool looking SKS. So I'm very pleased with it. I know you guys are probably thinking, God, you spent way too much on that rifle, but it's not every day that you see an Albanian SKS. So, just wanted to show this to you guys. Once again, this was a good condition. Probably needs a little bit of cleanup right there on top of that bolt carrier, which should clean up just fine. But the bluing is actually a lot better than I expected it to be, and the stock does not appear to have any. I don't see any cracks. I'm double checking. I may find one later. That's entirely possible. But right off the bat, I don't see any. Of course, for whatever reason, this stock does not fit really well. I don't know why. Something else to be dug into to figure out. Do a function check. Let's check our safety. Does indeed work. Cool. So there you have it, guys. If you're interested in possibly getting one of these from Mokas, this can kind of, I guess this is a decent example of what you might be able to expect. I suspect these were sitting in with some other mixed SKSs. Notice that crescent indentation there, possibly from a standard SKS bolt handle. Yeah, there you have it. There is my Albanian 1970 SKS, made in the, I think it's pronounced Grimesh factory. I think that's the only factory they made these in. I really don't see any major signs of rust anywhere on it, which is quite nice. I think there might have been a little bit up here, but looks pretty good in my opinion. So anyway, just wanted to share this with you guys so you would have some sort of idea of what to expect if you were to purchase one of these from Mokas. Additionally, as I stated previously, I will be doing a 1967 SKS unboxing, so you will see the first year production. Everybody, sorry for the splice in the video again. What can I say? Battery died again, and yeah, it's like maybe one of these days I'll get my act together and actually make sure it's fully charged before I do a video. So anyway, back to what I was saying. You will also be seeing in my next video a 1967 first year production SKS from Mokas, and we're going to see how that compares to this one. Hopefully it'll be just as nice, but we shall find out. I'm pleased actually with this one, just because it's, I expected a whole lot of rust, and that's not what I'm seeing. Like I was saying before, there's kind of some weird beeswax going on right there at the chamber. At least that's what it looks like. And then, of course, the issue that I've got with that cleaning rod. Now, I could technically sand down the tip of that cleaning rod so it'll fit in that pocket like it's supposed to, and I may actually end up doing that because it's just the cleaning rod. I'd rather not make an actual modification to this SKS. Once again, at the time of this filming, they do have some of these still in stock, different year ranges. They don't have, any of the good models of the night. As far as I know, I went back and looked. They don't have any of the good models of the 1967s left. They did have one fair model. I've not checked it within the last couple of days, so I don't know about that one. But I believe they still have quite a bit of later year models like the 1978s. So if you're so inclined to get one, it might behoove you to go maybe get a 1978 one. But anyway, just wanted to share this with you guys. Stay tuned, like I said, in the next video for the unboxing of that 1967 SKS, which is the first year production for these, and we'll see what we get, see if it's nice. Might be nicer, might not be so nice. You never know. So, as always, the point of this is to give you guys an idea of what you can expect if you decide to order from them, and kind of give you a feel for what conditions are looking like. But big shout out to my subscribers. Thank you guys. You make this channel. I want to thank you guys for all your likes, your shares, your comments. Once again, it helps the channel. And be sure and hit that bell notification. Sign up for notifications anytime I find stuff. And as I've stated many times already, in 2025, I'll try to do better about posting a lot of deals on stuff like this. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. And until next time, you guys have a great day.